Hey everybody, it's Lee. If you're a coach or you're looking for a great coach's gift this season, I'm really excited to announce that we've updated our book, How to Win, a step-by-step guide to creating a championship culture for your team for its 10th anniversary. I was really excited when our publisher came to us and asked us to update the book because we've been implementing the strategies within it for over 10 years now, which means we could add in stories, examples, and use cases for you to make sure that it works for your team. So again, the book, How to Win, a step-by-step guide to creating a championship culture for your team by Lee M.J. Elias is available on Amazon.com right now. Get it in time for the holidays. It's a great gift for your coach. I promise you they won't take the title to heart as long as you let them know it's from your favorite podcast, Our Kids Play Hockey, which we're going to get into right now. Happy holidays, everybody. Hello, hockey skaters and goalies around the world. Welcome back to another episode of the Ride to the Rink. I've got an Olympic gold medalist with you today. World-class athlete Brianna Decker is joining us today to talk to all of you kids out there that may be looking to go to prep school or play high-level hockey. So whether you're in third grade or even into high school, this is a great episode for you to listen to about some of the tips and tactics needed to know mentally and physically on how to approach that journey. Take a listen.
I think for one, you got to ask yourself, you think you'll be able to leave home and be without your parents, siblings, dogs, pets, everything like that, and be okay with being in an environment that is, everyone is wanting to get better every single day? Do you want to be in an environment where there's a lot of hockey? Do you want to be in an environment where schoolwork is going to be required and there's a standard academically, yet there's that balance? Are you going to be able to balance those things by yourself without your parents on your side? I think that's the biggest thing about going to a prep school is that you're leaving away from home. But then the great part of that is that you're part of a group that's in the same environment. Everyone's there for the same reasons. And you're all striving to not only win at that level together, but then striving to get to the next level, whether that's, playing D1 or D3 college hockey somewhere. And so you got to ask these questions before you start, inquiring and going on with your journey of going to a prep school. So if you can answer those questions that you want to do all those things, then it's a matter of finding out which prep school is best for you. And at a place like Shattuck St. Mary's, it's hockey all year round and more hockey focused. At other prep schools, there's hockey focused, but there's also other sports that you could play. And so if you're a kid who's incredible at lacrosse and you're also good at hockey, well, like a place like Shad, and you want to keep going, I have a bigger future with lacrosse, well, then a place like Shattuck might not be the best place for you. But if you're like hockey, then this is your dream school in a sense of a prep school, because that's what our focus is on here. So you got to answer some of those initial questions, and then you got to reach out to those schools that you're interested in and start that communication process, whether you're 7th, 8th, 9th grade. It's never too late to start that communication process. Even if you're midway through high school, it might be the best time for you to switch from where you're at to, get more detailed on your development.
In our big episode this week, which I encourage all of you kids to listen to, Brianna, you talked about advocating for yourself. And I know when you're younger, it can be a little scary to reach out to these big programs or coaches that have a resume like yours. Can you just talk about the importance of advocating for yourself and kind of what that means for a kid?
Yeah, I think I think when you are a coach and you have a kid approach you about something that maybe they're unhappy with or something that's going well or something they need help with, I just have an immediate respect for a kid when they have, that confidence to come and talk to us about things. I'd rather hear from the kid because the kid really knows how they feel. And sometimes a parent can be, say my kid's feeling this way when the kid's really not. And so I just want the real, authenticity of a kid coming up to me and, talking to me about them, and I can guide them through some things. Self-advocating is something that you need to do as a kid in order to be good at it when you're a parent. When you have a job when you're older, you're not going to have your parents call your boss and tell them what you're unhappy with. You got to do that to yourself. You got yourself. And the only way you really get good at that is just getting out of your comfort zone and going and doing it more often. And I think as a young kid, And this is a part of what we do here at Shattuck, is that like we guide these kids through that process too. So when a kid comes in and, you know, is self-advocating for themselves, they will do, you know, they will probably say sometimes the wrong thing or have the wrong approach. And so us as coaches here, we're like, hey, thank you for coming in. I appreciate you coming in and talking to us. But the next time you come in or the next time you talk to a coach about this stuff, this is how you should go about it so that they're going to respond in a great way. So it's like we never get mad at a kid for coming to talk to us, regardless of how they approach it, because they're learning.
Last one for me, for the kids listening. If you're listening to this show, you love the game, you want to play the game, you want to play the game at a high level. Brianna, I know some of the kids might want this, but maybe their skill sets, their work ethic aren't where they want them to be or need them to be. What advice do you have for youth hockey players from just a physical aspect on working on their game, keeping the dream alive, right? Of understanding you want to get to that next level.
Yeah, you have to put yourself in uncomfortable positions and play with and surround yourself with kids who are better than you. That's how you're going to get better. That's how you're going to become more competitive. That's how you're going to get better at different skills on the ice. But it's okay to not be great at things when you first start doing them. And it's okay to fail at little tasks, because that is how you're going to figure out what you're not great at, and you're going to have opportunity to grow and get better at those things and focus on those details.
I love it. The gold standard. We'll call it that for today. Brianna Decker, thanks so much for joining us today on the Ride to the Rink. And kids, share this one with your parents. This has been a good one. Remember, you can hear all the Ride to the Rinks over at ourkidsplayhockey.com. And kids, if you have any questions you want us to answer, feel free to send them over an email, team@ourkidsplayhockey.com, or text us using the link at the bottom of this episode. Thanks so much for listening. Remember, we believe in you. You should too. Have a great day and skate on.